The global map is shrinking. One single geographical space houses all sorts of migrants, refugees, or asylees, and host states are struggling to just understand the diversity and complexity that comes with each flow of newcomers. Old religions and tongues are conquering unexplored territories. You would be immediately thinking on Europe, but the Americas have been experiencing this reality for decades now. These conditions have unfortunately been met in some places by an irresponsible and dangerous narrative of xenophobia and exclusion that wrongly portrays immigrants as security concerns. It is our obligation to stand up to this trend and think of proactive policy solutions rather than instilling fear and hatred and resorting to vacuous statements. These narratives are simply unsustainable. And these narratives sell among some audiences due to misinformation about the impact of migration. It is easier to focus on the costs rather than in the countless contributions immigrants make every day to their countries of destination. The case of the contributions Mexican immigrants make to the United States is just a case in point. Just to give you some daily facts of life, 12% of immigrant small business owners in the U.S. are Mexican. More than 1 in 25 businesses in the U.S. are owned by a Mexican immigrant. These businesses generate over $17 billion in revenue each year. Immigrants are also entrepreneurs. Today, 1 out of 10 Mexicans in the United States have their own businesses. The 33 million Mexicans living in the United States, including second and third generation, represent 8% of the country's GDP. Now imagine this figure, $11.8 billion. This is the amount of dollars that undocumented immigrants paid to state and local governments in the form of taxes in 2012. And the list goes on. Once we have opened our eyes to this reality, it compels us to craft 2.0 or perhaps 5.0 policies. We need to embrace migration as an opportunity. We have to change our mindset and adapt to current needs that are anything but static.